friends. Those of you that follow me on Facebook, you probably saw me post a little bit of a cryptic message about a week or two ago about everything sort of coming together. And as an entrepreneur, they always say, find your target market, find that specific group of people that you're looking for. And that's always been a struggle for me because I've done a lot of different things. And they all relate to sort of the primal lifestyle. And I always, as an entrepreneur, you look forward, where's your business going? And a lot of people get into protein powders and supplements and whatnot. And I've always thought, I think someday I'd like to own something with skincare. And so I got online and you look around and there's, private label products where you can hire companies to make things for you and then put your label on it, basically. And I was like, well, I don't really have that much of a following right now to warrant, starting a skincare company. And then later that day, my husband comes home from work and he hands me this business card of this gal that he works with. And it was a skincare line. And I got online, I looked at it, and they also did supplements and things. So it wasn't really a whole lot of skincare stuff, just a few things. And looking at the price tag, $300 for skin cream, I don't know many people personally who would spend $300 on skin cream. And there's always been this company that's sort of been in the back of my mind. And I've heard good things about them. And so I kind of started poking around their website. And I was like, wait a minute, I know someone, I think, who sells this. So I send her a little message and I was like, hey, do you sell this stuff? And she's like, yeah. And so we kind of chatted back and forth for a little while. And she put me in this Facebook group, and then I went and I watched this video. And the first time I saw this video, I actually started to tear up, and I'll post it down in the comments below. It's called We All Deserve Better. And basically, this company it's like everything I've ever done all kind of comes together into one piece. And the company is called Beauty Counter. They're a B corporation, so they have very mindful about their environmental footprint. They've won awards for having a very small environmental footprint. Other companies that are B corporations are things like Patagonia. And for those of you who don't know, my college degree is in environmental science. They also are out there looking out for all of us. They have a men's line, a kids line, things for women, because the U.S. government has not made any new regulations for the skincare industry since 1938. It's been 80 years since they put anything out there saying that what goes into skincare products should be safe. And that document is a page and a half long. So they're kind of on the cutting edge when it comes to looking out for things that aren't going to give you cancer or disrupt your hormones. They're, I don't want to say not toxic, because that's one of the words they say not to use, because there's a lot of things that we don't really know. But they are leading the research on, if they even suspect something isn't safe or may not be safe, they get into the research of it and they find out, hey, what's going on with this? Can we really use it? Can we not use it? When they put a fragrance in their product, they don't put, just the ambiguous term fragrance. They tell you specifically each individual component that goes into their products. They have a transparency list on their website. If you scroll to the bottom, it will tell you exactly all the ingredients they use, where they come from, what products they're in, and they're all about being safer. Right now, there's 1,400 chemicals that are banned in the European Union, and Beauty Counter bans all of those plus an additional 100. And so when I put all these things together, it just sort of makes sense. I used to work as an analytical chemist for a major cosmetics company. And that's sort of where my clean eating stuff began, is in the lab. Part of my job was odor evaluation on raw chemicals. And so you just sort of have this instinct when you smell certain things, like for BHT, for example. It's in a lot of lunch meats, cereals, crackers, skin creams, and it sort of smells like mothballs, basically. And the BHT stands for butylated hydroxytoluene, which you just sort of have this instinct of, okay, that doesn't smell like anything that would ever support microbial life. And I would get the different MSDS sheets for each chemical, the material safety data sheets. And, you see this much of this chemical kills 50% of mice, and this much of this chemical, will kill that, 50% of mice, because that's basically what they test most things on. And so I started to see things differently. Okay, yeah, they don't put that much in a box of food, but, if I said, hey, I'm going to do a chemical experiment, and I'm looking for people who want to eat various quantities of different chemicals in random combinations for the course of your life. And that's basically kind of what our food system has become. You get into looking at a lot of ingredients, a lot of processed foods. Food should spoil. It should be able to support life, grow mold, because that means it can support your cells. And so, there's sort of this two-edged punch. What you put into your body matters, but also what you put on your body matters. For me, I'm not a big makeup person. I never really have been. I'm kind of plain Jane. I'm a homeschool mom. When you go to the park, you don't really need to get all dolled up, for play dates and whatnot. And I live in Idaho. We're the land of Carhartt and boots out here. So I keep it pretty simple, but at the same time, I'm kind of a skin cream whore, if you will. I'm always looking for something that's new, something that's, anti-aging to a degree. I believe that fine lines and wrinkles are the sign of a life well lived. You've laughed a lot and you've had your days in the sun. But at the same time, I'm not going down without a fight. And so Beauty Counter, their mission is to make products that actually work, but at the same time aren't going to mess with you. They're not, they're safer. Probably one of the safest companies that are out there. Plus, they're doing the right thing. When they put something in a package, they're looking out for the environment. And so for me, joining them was just sort of a no-brainer. It's like everything I've ever done kind of came together. For those of you who don't know, I'm also a massage therapist, which I know we kind of get laughed at in the media, and, they always portray us as having, a dumb, ditzy, blonde laugh. But, I used to do skincare treatments. I had a lot of anatomy and physiology going to school. Our instructor said it was the equivalent of second-year medical school, which I've never been to medical school, so I can't say, but I know quite a bit about the skin. And then I went on and I taught anatomy and physiology for 7 years. And so, everything I've done just sort of plays into this company. And it was just, like I said, it was just a no-brainer. So anyways, in the link below, I will put my Beauty Counter link, which is beautycounter.com/Jennifer Essery. And I'll also put a link to that video of We Deserve Better, because we do. Everyone I know knows someone who has had cancer, died of cancer, struggled with cancer. And it's time we say enough, no more. I watched my grandma die of cancer. I have a grandma I never met because she died when my dad was 15 from breast cancer. So I'm super excited. So anyways, let me know what kind of things you guys want to know about. Do you want me to talk more about sort of the environmental aspects of Primal? Do you want me to, kind of get more into the skincare stuff? That's kind of what I'm looking for you guys on this entrepreneurial journey. What's going to help you, achieve the health and wellness that you want. So anyways, You all have a good day, and I will talk to you later.